Welcome to the Oligo News. Pope Francis, the head of the Roman Catholic Church, has passed away. The 88-year-old spiritual leader died at his Vatican residence, Casa Santa Marta, just weeks after fighting double pneumonia. In this video, we will tell you about Pope Francis's death, his final message, his health condition, and how world leaders reacted. On Monday morning, the Vatican confirmed that Pope Francis died at 7:35 a.m. He was 88 years old. He died peacefully at his home in Casa Santa Marta. Pope Francis was recovering from double pneumonia, a serious lung infection, but sadly, he could not survive. Cardinal Kevin Farrell, a top Vatican official, announced the news in a video statement. He said, "The Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the home of the Father. His whole life was a service to the Church and the Lord." Just one day before his death, Pope Francis shared his final message on social media. In his last tweet, he said, "Christ is risen." These words capture the meaning of our life. We were not made for death, but for life. Even with poor health, the Pope made a public appearance on Easter Sunday. Sitting in a wheelchair, he greeted over 35,000 people in St. Peter's Square. It was a surprise to everyone. He waved and gave his blessings. This was his last appearance in public. Pope Francis was the first Latin American pope in the history of the Roman Catholic Church. He became pope in 2013 and was known as the People's Pope. He always spoke about peace, love, human rights, and equality. Even during his final days, he talked about freedom of religion and freedom of expression. He skipped the Good Friday procession for the third year in a row due to his health. He also met briefly with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, but refused an official meeting because of the immigration policies of the Donald Trump administration. World leaders shared their sadness after hearing the news of Pope Francis's death. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he was inspired by the Pope's love for inclusive development and people of India will always remember him. German Chancellor-in-Waiting Friedrich Merz said Francis worked hard for justice and the poor. Israeli President Isaac Herzog called him a man of peace and deep faith. European Union President Roberta Metsola called him the People's Pope, and said his smile and message touched millions of hearts. Pope Francis will be remembered as one of the most loved and respected popes in history. His death is a big loss for the Catholic Church and for people around the world who believed in peace and kindness. May Pope Francis rest in peace. For English news you can also visit our news website www.theologo.com. Thank you for your valuable time.